Hey you guys, it's Abigail. Welcome back to Adaptive Yoga with Wasatch Adaptive Sports. I'm so excited to share another practice with you today. We'll focus a little bit more on legs. Since we've all probably been sitting more than we want to be, our legs could use a little more attention. So again, if you can, have today a chair with no arms and a second chair with no arms, or a stool or a piece of furniture, something you could put a hand or a leg on, if that's possible for you. And today I will also be using a block. You could also use a stack of books or anything else that could help to elevate your foot. Okay, let's begin. Sit forward in your chair. Enough so that you can use your trunk muscles to stabilize your body and spine. Take a moment to close down your eyes. Feel the sensations in your body, especially noticing where your hips connect with the chair and your feet connect with the floor. Maybe you feel where your palms connect to your thighs. Scan your body. Notice any obvious or subtle areas of tension. And begin to notice your breath. Feel the natural rhythm and pattern of your breath moving through your body today. Notice any change in your rib cage, maybe a subtle movement at your shoulders, a rise and fall of your belly. Maybe you feel the breath at the back of the throat or the nostrils. Staying really tuned in to where in your body you feel sensation of breath. Now, wherever you are in that breath cycle, exhale, completely empty your lungs. As you inhale, sweep your shoulder across. Now, wherever you are in that breath cycle, exhale, completely empty your lungs. Inhale, sweep your chin over your right shoulder. And exhale all the way over to the left. Inhale, chin moves over the right shoulder. Exhale to the left. Almost like you are shaking your head no, but you're doing it really smooth and slow and matching this movement with your breath. Good. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder as much as it can. Try to keep your shoulders nice and straight. Press your feet lightly into the floor and drop your left hand out to the side of you. Start to reach your fingertips away. Imagine like you're reaching your shoulder blade out of your torso and feel the extra sensation in the stretch, that long line at the neck and the shoulders. Good. If you like, you can even bring your right hand to rest on that left ear, not pushing, but just giving a little extra weight. And breathe into the neck. Sit up nice and tall. Allow these muscles to lengthen, to soften. And exhale, release the left hand to your side. Slide your right fingertips under your cheekbone. Without using your neck muscles, inhale, lift your head to center. Exhale, both arms to your sides. Inhale, chin looks up towards the wall and ceiling, that line between the two. On your exhale, drop your chin. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, chin drops. Follow your breath. Move slow and steady. And exhale, Bring your head back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Get some length. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Once you find your maximum movement here, start to reach the right hand away from you, really reaching through the fingertips, creating a really long line down the side of the neck, maybe the shoulder. You might allow that left hand to rest gently on top of your right ear. Breathe as you sit up tall. And on your next exhale, release that right arm. Slide the left fingertips under your cheekbone. And inhale, lift your head back to center. Exhale, release. Bring both hands to rest on your knees. You can take them a little bit wider if you like. We'll move through some seated cat-cow. Start to loosen up the spine. So as you inhale, you'll gently lift the chin, not cranking the neck all the way back, but lift the chin, draw your shoulders back, press your heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, come forward, shoulders back, elbows bend, chin up, tailbone reaches back like you're stretching the whole front of the body. Exhale, round. Inhale, you rock forward, opening as much as feels good. And exhale, round back like you're pulling your belly to the chair. Take a couple more rounds, following the pace of your natural breath, finding that rhythm. And exhale, return to a neutral spine. Good. Relax the shoulders. Take your hands forward. Drop your right fingers down, your left fingers up. And then switch. And switch. Try to keep straight arms. Switch. 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 Notice if there's a difference between one arm or hand and the other. Maybe you start to feel your forearms warm up a little bit. Good. Make a soft fist. And without rolling your forearms, imagine like you have a diamond resting on them. We'll roll the wrists in one direction. And then roll the wrists in the other direction. Still breathing, sitting up tall, and keeping your diamond under your wrists nice and steady. Good. Flip your palms up. Exhale, tap your elbows to your shoulders. Inhale, reach and straighten. Exhale, elbows bend, tap shoulders. Inhale, arms straighten. This is elbow bending, just loosening up the elbow joints here. Follow your breath. Remember, you don't want to fling your arm. You want to use your muscles to open and close the elbow. And exhale, tap will stay here. Draw your elbows together. Imagine like there's pencils on your elbows. Inhale, lift up and open. Exhale, go back and down. So you're drawing circles now to the sides of your body, the lateral side of the body. And you can make these circles as big as you like or small as you like. Shoulder rotations. And let's switch sides, go the opposite way. Good. Exhale, release, rest your hands, and pause just to notice how you feel. Notice how the neck and shoulders feel. Maybe notice the arms, the wrists, the hands. Do you feel more warmth, more sensation? Maybe a little looser? Good. We're going to move to the legs. So let's pick up our blocks, or if you have something you can put between your thighs, we're going to warm up our glutes a little bit. We'll squeeze the block, and I really like this small height. You want to be able to hold your knees in line with your hip bones as much as possible, stacking your ankles under your knees. So you don't want your heels too far back where you might look like this. And you don't want them too far forward, but just a nice vertical shin as much as you can. And to point your toes forward. Notice if you have a tendency to point them out, as best you can, try to find neutral feet. That's lining up kind of the outside of the ankle bone and the little baby pinky toe joint. And then squeeze your item. Now, if you don't have a block or books or something that you can use as a prop today, that's okay. You can just pretend like you're squeezing a block, and that will help you to engage that deep inner line just as well. Good. So we're going to hold the back of our chair, if you can, just for support for this first time. Engage the abdominal muscles, especially those muscles below the navel, and we'll press down through our heels and see if you can lift your hips off the chair. Good. Release. Press up. This is Utkatasana, or fierce pose in yoga, chair pose. Now, if that was really easy for you, you can move forward. If that was hard, then you just imagine like your hips are lifting, but you're still doing that muscular action. Good. So, if that was easy, try reaching your hands forward, and now press, and try to come up to standing, squeeze that block. Coming down is just as important. We don't want to flop down. We want to use our muscles to slowly lower us down and trust that the chair is behind us. That's the hardest part. Good. Inhale, press through those heels. Use your glutes, squeeze the block, and exhale. Nice and slow and steady. Maybe even slow it down right at the end. Good. Check to notice if your feet moved back at all, and try again. Now I'm feeling my glutes warming up already. Notice if you are. This is one of my favorite poses, chair pose, for strengthening the glutes and preparing for more squatting motions with the body. So we want this ability to safely get up and down for our entire lives. One more, squeeze that block. And let's come down again, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Woo! And release. Okay, now we'll use the block on the floor. We'll place the block in front of our right leg, and you'll have to figure out the right distance away from your body. So again, you're sitting up nice and tall. Make sure the ribs aren't flaring. Pull them in. Step your left foot so your knee is in line with your hip, ankle right under your knee. And you'll bring your right leg to rest on the block. So it's elevated up off the floor. Knee and toes pointed towards the ceiling. Now we're going to be really light in our left foot, and we're going to keep a neutral pelvis as much as possible. So we're not going to let our pelvis rock forward or rock back or push into our foot for momentum. And lift the leg. I like to keep my hands on my hips just so I can see what my pelvis is doing. It's optional. Moving very slow, like you're moving through peanut butter. Inhale, lift. And go real slow. Try not to rock back. Try not to push that left foot down. Your leg muscles are probably shaking. And then just as slow, we're going to use our muscles to lower them down instead of just let gravity take over for us. Good. Nice and slow. Lift again. And you don't have to go at the exact pace I am. Boy, my leg is shaking. No rocking back. And slowly lower. See how slow you can go. We're just going to do 3. Lift, 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 and lower, lower, lower. Rest. Can you feel that? All right, now we'll flex the foot and point. Flex, point, flex, and point. And let's roll out that ankle. Get some more blood flow down to our feet. Say hello to your toes. Roll the opposite direction if you haven't already. Notice where you feel stretching sensation. Good. And come back to that flexed foot. Now you're going to rotate your leg externally. So you'll see that my foot points at a diagonal over to the right. But we're not just going to turn our foot and knee to the right. We want our entire thigh bone rotating externally, just as much as our body will allow. Same thing, we're not going to press down with our right foot for leverage, and we're not going to tuck our tail to use our abs to lift our leg. We want to isolate just these inner thigh muscles today. So here we go. Very slow. Lift. Keep that leg externally rotated. And lower. Really slow. Staying externally rotated. Belly engaged, but pelvis stays neutral. Lift. Try to get your leg as high as your opposite thigh. And lower. Lift. And lower. Boy, my muscles are shaking again. And now rock your foot side to side, side to side. Just let it feel loose and easy now. And pay attention to if straight up and down was more difficult than the externally rotated leg. Whichever one was more difficult would show you which muscles might be a little more weaker that you could spend more time on. Good. Let's take a rest from that. Nice. Here we're going to step our right knee and point it to the right. This is our warrior pose. Today we're just going to take a very modified warrior pose. So left knee will point straight forward. Right knee will point to the right. And our toes will follow that same direction. So notice if your knees are falling in or falling out, if your feet are in or out, and get everything going in a straight line like you're making a 90-degree angle here. Good. Now rotate your torso forward. Squeeze that right hip muscle. Inhale, lift your arms. Warrior two. Exhale, gaze over that right shoulder softly. Pull your belly in. Now press your feet down. Press your hips down. Engage your tricep muscles, those arm muscles, and really reach, reach, reach. Nice. On your next exhale, reach up. Take a little bit of a side stretch. Use your forearm on your right thigh. Good. And exhale, release. Back to warrior two. Gaze forward. Nice. And release. Good. Come back to center. Take a big inhale. Reach your arms up. Exhale. Plant your left hand on the chair beside you. Inhale, reach your right arm up and over. You can bend at the elbow. Let's just take a nice side bend. Try to keep your right hip connected to the chair. Notice if it's lifting. So really anchor it down. Pull your low ribs in and reach up and over as much as your body allows. Good. Now push off that chair beside you and release. Exhale. Let's go to the other side. Notice how your right side feels compared to your left side. How much more energy, or in yoga we might call this prana, that life force energy, is flowing through your body. All right. We'll bring the block over so that you can stack your left heel on it. Make sure that right leg is in good alignment. So knee in line with hip, ankle in line with knee. Go ahead and slightly flex this foot and then point. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And let's roll it out. Roll in the opposite direction. Good, and we'll come up to this flexed position. Okay, from this flexed position, we'll lift and lower, reminding you of the things that will help us really target those leg and hip flexing muscles. Will be not to push down with your right foot, because that's a way to give yourself momentum and leverage, and not to tuck your tailbone to lift your leg, because that's just using your core and back muscles to lift. So we're going to try to keep a neutral pelvis and a really soft right foot. And then we'll go really slow with this left leg. So slow, slower than you want to go. Trying to get this leg right up in line with your right thigh. And then release. And release just as slow. Your muscles have to really work against gravity, so it's a good workout. Slowly lowering. It also keeps your joints safer. Lift. We're just doing 3. You can do it. Feel those muscles shaking. Know they're getting stronger. and lower. Good. Lift. Woo. And lower. You might notice one leg is easier than the other leg or more difficult. This one's my stroke affected side, so it's a lot more challenging for me. I definitely feel it a lot more. Okay, let's flex the foot and roll it open so it's externally rotated. Imagine your femur bone in your hip socket rolling. So really get as external as you can so your knee and toes are pointing kind of at a diagonal here. We'll do the same thing. Here we go. Keep breathing. Go really slow. No pressing down with the right foot. No tilting the tailbone back. And relax your jaw. Relax your face. Slowly lower. Nice lift. Notice if your shoulders are tense. Try not to use any muscles you don't have to. And lower. Going really slow. Good. One more. Lift. Try to still get that third one just as high as the others. And gently lower. Nice. On your heel, rock side to side. Feel that loosen up right on through the hips. Good. Step your feet nice and wide. Lean your hands against your knees. Lean forward. Good. If you want to take a twist, that can feel really nice. Drop your right shoulder in. Look past your left. Inhale forward. Exhale to the other side. Good. Lift yourself back up using those core muscles. Bring your feet back to neutral. And either you or a caretaker can help you move your chair. If you can, do. It's good for you. Moving props around. So we're going to move the chair to the other side. Nice. All right, we'll sit nice and tall, and we'll take Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B on the other side. So we'll use our hip muscle, pick up your left knee, use that left hip muscle to open your knee out to the side until your legs make that 90-degree angle. Knees and toes pointing in the same direction, sitting up nice and tall. Turn your torso forward, and inhale, reach your arms up so they're parallel with the wall behind you. Exhale, gaze softly over those left shoulders. Now notice if you're really arching and pull your kidneys back, pull your low ribs in, feel your core engage. Reach and extend equal and opposite directions, and this time do push into your feet. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Most important of all, feel what it's like to breathe with your body in this position. And it doesn't have to look just like mine. It's going to look like however it does in your body. One more breath in. Good. Exhale. Come forward, a little side angle. So really support yourself with the left forearm on the left thigh. Reach up and out. Get some side length on the right side of the body. Nice push off that thigh. Inhale and exhale. Release. Bring your feet forward. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Drop your hand to the chair beside you. Inhale. Anchor that left hip. Reach up and over with your left arm. Gentle bend, or as much bend in the right elbow as you need to feel sensation here. And breathe. Good. To come up, inhale. Push your hand off that chair. And exhale, release. Nicely done. All right, we are going to turn our chairs to face each other today. So hopefully you can see on the side. Now, if you didn't have two chairs, you could use your stack of blocks instead. And if this is too much, that's okay too. We're going to do a Janu Shirshasana variation. This is a hamstring leg stretch, essentially. Mindful that you're not feeling a lot of stretch in your back. So that's one thing to watch for. So we're going to lift our right leg up, And I like to slide the chair close enough so that my foot is right up against the back of it. It's kind of forcing my foot to be not flexed, but not pointed either. Now sit up nice and tall and imagine reaching your tailbone back behind you. Take a big inhale, reach your arms up, push down with your hips, lengthen the spine. Exhale, you'll fold. And you're going to fold as much as your body allows. It might not be a fold at all. This could be enough of a stretch just sitting upright. But if you can, tilt your pelvis forward, take the fold, and the chair is a little bit of leverage. Now you want to be careful that you're not hyperextending your knee. So make sure that the calf muscle is sitting on the chair if you can, and that there's like a micro bend. You're reaching your heart forward. You can even grab the back of the chair if that space is available. So you're somewhere in your body that allows you to feel a stretch in the hamstring, in the calf muscles, even lower down by the ankles. Good. Rise up. And we'll straighten this leg, or bend this knee and plant the foot and let the knee fall open. Yeah. So this is a little bit of a pigeon variation. Our ankle's not on our thigh, but it's in this knee going out position, angle towards our pelvis. So inhale, reach up. We're going to do the same thing. We'll just take a gentle fold. Fold at your pelvis. So reach your tailbone back and use the chair for support. Look forward. Soften your shoulders. Flex that right foot. Do you notice sensation in the right hip? Where do you feel stretching? Now, if you ever feel pain in the knees, always back out. We just don't want to mess with the knees. Good. Gently release. And let's go to the other side. Bringing your left leg up. Adjust the chair if you need. Straight leg, not hyperextended, not bent, but a bent knee is okay if you need. Take an inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale. Go forward as much as your pelvis allows you. So these front hip bones, they're going to tip forward as if you're tipping them towards your thigh. Hold on to the seat of the chair. Maybe just rest your hands on your leg or your thigh. Or maybe you're reaching all the way to the back of the chair. Or maybe you're just visualizing yourself doing that. But in some way, find that feeling and sensation of length in the back of that left leg. And rise up. Bend at the knee, plant the foot, drop the knee open. Flex the foot now. Good. Take an inhale. Press your hips down. Exhale. You might fold a little bit now. This side might feel different than the other side. Mindful of your knee. You don't have to be folding at all. You might just be sitting and gently letting this knee fall open. Everybody's got different geometry, different anatomy, different physical ability, and we work with where we're at today in this moment. Good. Gently rise up. And if it's okay for you, we'll bring both legs up and we'll lean all the way back. Completely supported. You can let go of any natural everyday tension. Notice how you're feeling, scanning from head to toe. Rest your hands anywhere that's comfortable for you. Feel your breath flowing through your body again. Notice your breath making its faithful journey in and out. Use each exhale as an opportunity to let go and release your weight more into the chair, letting yourself be held. Letting gravity take over now, so the benefits of your practice can wash over you. Let the lines in your forehead smooth and soften. Your eyes relax and feel yourself becoming heavier and heavier. Calmer clearer, and restful. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. When you're ready, you'll gently come out. Take in your environment by opening your eyes, replanting your feet. I'll leave you here now, but feel free to stay resting in that peaceful position. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.